This is absolutely my favourite time of year of taking photos. A nice autumn day where the sun is out. Yeah, about 4 or 5 hours of just like solid, banging light. I don't know what else to call it, but that's what it is. Heard it here first. I don't know why I film all our videos at the moment from a park bench, but that just seems to be what I'm doing. Today I'm heading out with 2 cameras with 40mm lenses on. My Canon 5D Mark IV, which I've been using for work for the last couple of years, and a, whoa, fucking idiot, and a Fuji X-T4 with a really nice 40mm 1.2 lens that Viltrox sent us to use. 40mm, it's 27mm, but it's 40mm equivalent. Why do APS-C cameras just not say what the actual focal length is? Why just make it confusing? If it's a 40mm field of view, just say it's a 40mm lens. Oh, going off on a tangent here. What's this video about? I don't know. I'm going out, gonna take some pictures, gonna take some video, talk about the process, have a nice time shooting some 40mm photography. Probably about a year ago, Shane said, "You've never tried a 40mm lens, you might really like it." And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a go. And I've never looked back. I always thought I was a 35mm guy, but 40mm, man, it's great. Anyway, let's go take some pics. So why have I stuck with 40mm for this long? I feel like street photographers always have this sort of dilemma, like, do I shoot 28, do I shoot 35, do I shoot 50? I was like that for years and years and years. I had a really long 28mm phase and then was like, no, 35 is the one for me. And then I occasionally dabble with 50, but 40mm, it just really feels like a sweet spot. It's like the best of both worlds. It definitely feels wider than it is, and it doesn't feel anywhere near as long as a 50mm. It's just a really great focal length, and the fact you can get them in like nice pancake sizes as well makes them so portable. It's definitely not a coincidence that like camera brands in recent years have really been embracing the 40mm with like Ricoh and the GR3X and that new Nikon 40mm they've just released. Yeah, I'm a 40mm guy, I guess. Let's see how long I can stick with it. So I've had a few questions recently about how I color grade video, and the truth is, in my recent videos, I haven't done any color grading whatsoever. It's something I used to do a lot of. I would shoot log and then do a lot of post-processing, but I've been really struggling with getting consistent results. So since picking up this X-T4, all my the entire look of the footage has been in camera. I've been shooting with the Eterna profile and doing a few tweaks to the saturation, the highlights and the shadows. I'll put that on screen right now so you can see and also recreate that if you want to. Also, just be mindful to manually set the white balance, which is something I always do. I try and keep it around 5500, 55,000, 5500 Kelvin, Kellogg's. Yeah, if I'm shooting outdoors, that is. In terms of my stills, I do a lot of post-processing on the stills in Lightroom. You may or may not have seen, but we recently released some Framelines presets. All the stills in this video were processed using our new Framelines color and mood preset pack. And depending on when you're watching this, it may or may not be on sale, so head to the link in the description to check those out. And a huge thank you to everybody who's picked them up already, and I've been really enjoying seeing how people are using them, so please do keep sharing them. Been feeling pretty good about my photography in recent weeks, which is kind of unusual. I get very in my head about it. I think getting to sit down with Neil McDermott for our recent video really has personally helped me. I've seen a lot of really nice comments on that video about how people found his attitude and his thoughts on photography really motivating, but I personally really needed to hear that as well when he was talking about, you know, it's okay to take some time away, like you can come back to it. Photography will kind of always be there, and it's not a race, it's not a rush. Yeah, I've been a bit of a strange place this year, not having as much time to take photos as I'd like. Ending off this kind of 10-year project by releasing a book, I've been a bit like, well, what now kind of thing, but I feel like there just is no rush. I can just kind of enjoy photography for what it is, and maybe a project will appear in time. Maybe that takes 6 months, maybe that takes another year. It's all good. I can just go out with a camera whenever. So, yeah, if you haven't watched that video with Neil, please do check it out, because I mean, I've rewatched it a few times just because, yeah, it was a great chat, and a big thank you to Neil if you're watching this, but you're probably not. I've been having a lot of fun with this Viltrox lens, particularly for video. Having a nice shallow depth of field for video is just super nice. I've just slapped a cheap variable ND filter on this so I can open up the lens as wide as possible. And yeah, the footage looks just super sharp, super nice, really pleasing depth of field. The stabilization in the X-T4 is really good as well. So yeah, since getting this Viltrox lens, which they kindly sent to us, I've just been shooting it solidly on this X-T4, and it's really super nice for video, and really nice for stills as well. I've never owned a 1.2 lens. Might try some portraits with it at some point. Yeah, it's a really cool lens. Really happy. I'm gonna keep shooting this. That was cool. I enjoyed this sort of like casual vlog kind of video. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Please do check out the Framelines Color and Mood presets if you're into the colors in these shots. Goodbye. I love you.